welcome back to my beauty channel. Alright, this week I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I'm actually not going to do a full makeup tutorial, but instead I'm going to show you guys how I usually do my brows and how I contour my face. It seems to me like most people would ask me how I do my brows and contour my face since I started the YouTube channel, so those are the things that I'm going to focus today. But of course, if you would like me to do a full makeup tutorial, comment below or send me a message and I will be more than happy to do the look that you like. So far I just put on my foundation and some mascara, but that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna show you how to shape the brow. My favorite brow item right now is the Anastasia DipBrow kit, and I'm using the color medium brown. I used to use powder and then I switched to pencil, and now I'm really into this wax kind of base. Wax base. So what you need is you just need some sort of either powder or wax. I like the wax better because I find that it stays on longer and it's easier to work with, because then you would work with the angle brush. So you just purchase an angle brush from like pretty much anywhere. So the first step, you're gonna take some pigment paint and put it on your arm here. See, I already have some from previously when I was doing the other eye. So you just kind of like swap it onto your hand, and this will warm up the product so it's easier to spread, and it's also get rid of any excess. You don't want it to be so heavy that you look like you have so much hair, so you want it to be light. So you just kind of dab on here and warm it up, and then you're just gonna shape your brow into the shape that you like. The one good thing about using these wax-based products is that you can play around with your brow shape, and I can change my brow shape like whenever I want. So today I'm going ahead with a very archy, thinner brow. So I'm going to replicate what I did on this side, on that side, and step by step. And I'm looking down at the mirror. So the first thing is I'm going to line that shape. And notice that how I'm starting at the bottom, because the darkest part should always be at the bottom, because the roots of your hairs are at the bottom. So you want to start at the bottom and then bring the pigment up and not the other way, because then it will look really awkward. So lining the shape, it's the most time consuming part of doing your brow, and it has to be perfect, and it has to be exact on the other side, so it does take a lot of work. I don't do this on a regular basis because you just can't imagine one can have so much time to do this in the morning. So in the morning I'll just draw it out with a pencil or do my powder, but if on a day that you want to go out and look really flawless, then you could do this. So I fill in both of my brows, so this is the shape that I'm gonna go with. And the last step that you do is very important, and it's you pick your concealer, and it can be any concealer, but it's better to be a runny texture because you need it to spread easy. So just pick your favorite concealer, and what you do is you're gonna line the outside of the brow to give it a more defined shape. So I'm just dabbing on some concealer under my eyes and then the top, like that, okay? And then you're gonna pick up a pointy, thin brush. It can be any kind of brush, but it has a pointy tip so you can kind of line it. So I'm just gonna, like, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just lining the outside of the brow to clean up to make it look more clean, pretty much. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do contouring. So for contouring, I recently just purchased the Kat Von D palette. This is a powder contouring kit. To do contouring, there's a couple options. You can use cream or you can use powder, and you don't necessarily have to buy a kit for, to do contouring. You can just pick up darker foundation, darker concealer, and lighter concealer, and you can do the same thing. So there are a lot of things that you can play with and a lot of options. I just really wanted to purchase this Kat Von D kit because I wanted to try it out, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. So I purchased that, and I'll let you know how I like about it. This is actually my very first time using it on my face, so I'm super excited as well. So other than the kit, you would also need some brushes, and I'll show you the step-by-step on how to do the look. The first step I do is I will highlight my under eye area with a light concealer, and it can be any types of concealer you like, but it has to be a lighter shade than your foundation. The lighter the better. Usually for me, I'm kind of yellow tone, but I would just use a fair to light concealer. Today I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. And sorry if I'm looking this way because I'm looking at the mirror. So I'm just going to quickly apply under my eye area like this. And I'm drawing a triangle, as you can see. Do the same on the other side. Like that. And usually I would use a brush to blend it out, but I forgot to bring my brush, so I'm just going to use my finger and gently dab it out. So now that I have the concealer under my eye and I made a triangle, I'm going to go in with a flat brush like this, and it can be any type of flat brush. And I'm going to go in with this color right here, Lyric. Okay? And I'm going to use this color and powder on top of what I just, where I just put my concealer, also making a triangle. And then I'm going to wash the same brush. Sorry, I didn't bring a lot of my brushes here, so I have to reuse the same brush, but you can use another clean brush. But pretty much now I'm going to go in with the darkest color on the palette, the chocolate color right here. And I'm going to draw a line from where my cheekbone is. Do the same on the other side. And now I'm going to grab a contouring contour blush is usually angle, and I like the angle because it's easier to control on your cheekbones. So I'm going to grab a contouring brush, and I'm going to pick up some of this color right here. And now I'm going to buff it out. Start closer to your hairline and then buff it down. And you can make the fish face as you do it. I'm also going to put some on the side of my forehead. Now I'm not going to apply anything at the top of my forehead because I have a relatively good size forehead. If you have a bigger forehead and you want to shrink it down a little bit, by all means apply some at your forehead. So the whole point of contouring is to highlight your high and low areas on your face. Your face has high and low areas, so brighter and darker areas. And contouring is to make that contrast on your face, to make your face look like which is not just pasty white. For some people, they want to make their nose look taller and slimmer. I don't have a really flat nose, but I also like doing that. So I'm going to take a pointy brush like this, and I'm going to go in with the dark chocolate color right here, and I'm going to draw a line from the tip of my eyebrow and draw it all the way down to the side of my nose, like that. It's going to look really weird, but it's okay, we're going to blend it out. Repeat on the same side, just very lightly, draw it down like that. Okay, and then now you're going to take your bluffing brush and buff it out. The last step I do is I'm going to use the highlighting concealer that I used earlier under my eyes, and I'm going to draw a line like this on my nose. And you can leave some here as well, some on my cheeks. And now you can blend it. So after I do the nose, I just apply some blush, and that's the finishing look. Sorry about the lighting, it doesn't really show a big contrast, but if you take a picture with better lighting, it will actually show a really big contrast when you contour your face. So I'll attach some pictures so you can see. I hope you like this tutorial. I'm sorry I couldn't do a full makeup tutorial, but if you like this, let me know, and then I will do a full makeup tutorial. See you next time.